Hey guys, Duke here. Today we're going to have a talk about Halo 5. Basically where we left off was after John, aka Master Chief, had destroyed the Composer, a Forerunner artifact intended to devour any life form its beam touches. Now, all Halo fans, or at least serious fans, will have seen the E3 footage and come to the conclusion that Spartan 117 has indeed gone rogue, wearing a tattered robe like that of a Jawa droid merchant, essentially, and his truly battered Mjolnir armor. He carries with him only one item, the holodisc that once contained Cortana, the first and only AI spawned of human DNA, holographic copy of Dr. Halsey, if you will. We assume many things and we notice some certainties. The assumptions are that perhaps Cortana is still, however overcome with rampancy, living somewhere within the Promethean BattleNet. Perhaps John wishes to find her once again. A more likely scenario, however, is that Cortana is in fact no more and the Chief seeks revenge against the Prometheans. But would 343 kill off an AI that we all know and love? I'm not really convinced, to be honest. The certain enemy we face, again, are the Prometheans, as is so obvious in the E3 footage. Because you see that big Forerunner Promethean ship kind of just rise up out of the earth, as you will. The question is, though, does the Didact still live? I mean, we saw him fall into the beam of the Composer, but we didn't see him vaporize. He kind of just falls away. Yeah, so it's got me thinking. Whether the Didact exists or not plays on my mind a lot. He unified the Prometheans and the Covenant against all humans. Even after the truce struck between the elites and the UNSC, following the Prophet's choice to turn guardianship of the Prophets over to the Brutes. As we all know, this change of hands led to a Covenant civil war caused by conflicting ideologies as to what the firing of the rings, aka the Great Journey, would bring about. If the Covenant and Prometheans still stand to oppose the Master Chief, for what purpose do they fight? The Didact believed that John was the greatest threat to the Forerunners, and in fact humanity were held in an equal status, so humanity itself was a great threat to the Forerunners' way of life. So, if in theory he lies dead, whose corrupt mind claims leadership of the Prometheans? It's a point worth raising, honestly, as if the Prometheans fight with the Chief without purpose, without reason. Will we as Halo fans simply face up against mere shells, humanoid abominations with no other purpose than to seek our demise. No matter what happens, I look forward to more footage prior to Halo 5's release date, of course. And as I've said, don't take my words as gospel, as these are just my thoughts. I mean, this is simply based on what I feel could happen. But you never know. I'm sure more will be revealed in good time, but there's other things I'd like to see. I mean, Master Chief's got nothing on him, we see in the footage. Basically just the data chip with, what do you call them, dog tag chain around it. And it looks just lifeless and empty, like a former husk of what once was Cortana's data chip. So basically, yeah, what I'd like to see is, well, if the Master Chief's armor is bruised and battered, he's keeping sand out of all the joints, I suppose. Was one thing that was brought up in the forums and on YouTube, for that matter, in regards to why he's wearing that, Jawa cloak. That could be why. If he's stripped down to the bare essentials, does that mean his weapon outfit may become more primitive? I'm probably thinking too much into it, but think of him using some form of crossbow that he basically loads real fast and just fires out arrows that he's made himself or something like that. I mean, that's going a little crazy, because obviously there's going to be Promethean weapons lying around, but who knows what we're in for? I mean, we've got the disintegration cannon, you've got the bolt shot, which is the Promethean pistol, you've got the suppressor, you've got the light rifle, and the slightly better sniper rifle that I forget the name of, but you got some pretty good weapons as it is. I mean, are they going to chuck anything else in? It's time will tell, really, but I'd like to see some cool stuff. Will John regain contact with the UNSC? We don't know. As I've said, we assume he's going rogue, so that may mean he's got no connection to anyone. He will obviously want to stay in contact with Dr. Halsey, as well in Halo 4. He and Cortana seeked out were attempting to get back to Earth to seek out Halsey to fix Cortana's rampancy problems. So that could play into the game as well. If he seeks to get Cortana, back on his side, because she suggested that the UNSC would pair him with another AI, which would basically be even another Cortana model, which wouldn't be her. He wouldn't feel that connection to her as a newer, fresher AI. So when you think about that, he'd be incredibly pressed to not want to engage with a new AI. So I believe personally that his emotions have got the better of him and he is seeking out Cortana. That's my take on it. But chances are it could be anything else. But yeah, I think he's down to his bare minimum. So his armor and a data ship with which to retrieve what's left of Cortana, because we do remember her saying, most of me is down there. What did she mean by that? I mean, we saw that the Didact ship and the Composer and all of that was utterly obliterated when we set off the nuclear warhead. But was Cortana hinting to the point that she's not quite dead yet? We're led to believe she has to go, but there's still a possibility in my mind. I mean, you can't just kill off what you'd consider to be part of the core of the Halo universe. If you do, You've got to have a good reason and a good backstory as to how that AI or character has left. So we'll have to see what happens with Halo 5, but it indeed will be very interesting to see. But anyway guys, that's my take. That's my 8 minutes worth of random footage of Halo 4 and a bit of a ramble about what I think Halo 5 will be. Stay tuned for some upcoming videos. I'm going to start the wrap on the Halo truck soon, and hopefully I should get some photos up here for you to have a look. Guys, thanks again for tuning in and watching my video. Thanks as always to 343 Industries, Xbox and Microsoft Studios. We'll see you next time guys. Thank you very much for watching.